Good morning. This is John with MentorCare Ministries again. I have another gentleman here with me that I'm proud to be here with me. His name is Ralph. And he's also he is a graduate of New Name Ministries. And in fact, you've been here, what, about 15 months or something like that?
15 months.
In fact, I think so highly of Ralph that he's going to actually move into my home here shortly. And just move right into where I live. And so, again, we're trying to expose some of the unrealistic attitudes towards sex offenders. And so, Ralph, why don't you tell us just a little bit about your background?
Well, the ages of 4 to 11, I was sexually molested by males and females, mostly females, babysitters. And age of 11, I started doing drugs and alcohol. Went into a lost lifestyle, perverted lifestyle, and I thought love was sex.
Yeah,
of course it's not.
Yeah, that's one of the basic things, isn't it?
Yes,
that you learn.
Yeah, and I never hurt anybody physically, but I was basically sick in the mind. You know.
That's true.
And ain't no doubt about it. I pled guilty to my charge. And, I touched a young girl orally. And I pled guilty and took a 15-year sentence and did 13 years on it. And now, I guess my first month in prison, I found Jesus. And so I've been with him for almost 15 years now, so he has changed me, and a lot of my family has forgiven me and knows that I've changed. The myths on sex offenders are so enlarged.
Yeah. So you had not the sex offender part was only a part of some of the problems you were going through. You know, drugs and alcohol, and being abused as a youth and so forth.
Yes. But
I'm really proud of where you are now, Ralph, and that is that, you're not about to go out there and reoffend.
Nope.
That's probably about the farthest thing from your mind.
The farthest.
One thing I have to admire about Ralph is it's hard for sex offenders to find jobs. And so far, Ralph has found 3 of them.
3?
That's pretty good. And that shows determination that he wants to make it. He wants to be a successful part of society. So if a sex offender has the right care and feeding, they want to, reintegrate into society. And Ralph has a lot of talents. For example, he's a songwriter and a singer and musician, and has quite a few talents in that direction. But like I said, I have no fear about Ralph because I'm letting him move right into my own home.
I've been clean and sober since October 14th, 1996.
And that's
drugs, alcohol, and sex.
That's cool.
And even though I've been out 15 months, I've chosen not to engage in even holding hands at all. I haven't had any kind of intimate contact with anybody.
That's cool.
Whatsoever. It's I believe in Jesus. And
except with me.
Saving that for marriage.
You've had intimate contact with me. We hug each other.
That's right. But I mean, no sexual contact.
No, I know. I'm just teasing.
And I know God's got a woman for me, and when she comes along, I'll know it. The recidivist. I'm going to go ahead and hit the recidivism rate. Is 3 to 5% on sex offenders.
That's right. Well, the main math that we want to consider is that 85% of SOs haven't been caught. And so it's, we don't need to fear as much those that have already been caught and paid their dues and are now in some measure of accountability or on parole and have to report. Their odds are way down. But somebody who's still out there actively doing it, that's really our biggest fear.
Well, one of the things I found out is that when I was exposed, it was like being released from a prison, even though I went to prison.
True.
because it was a secret and it was a torment that was balled up inside me. And now,
now you're a free man.
I no longer have to worry about that. I
That's
don't
right.
need drugs, alcohol, none of that no more. No sexual promiscuity, nothing, sexual morality.
Yeah. And you can tell the truth and be who
Yeah,
you are, right?
tell the truth, be who you are.
Okay.
And, you know, it is a freedom with Christ. And he does change people. If you don't believe he can change people, you don't believe in Christ. And that's what gets me so much about Christians. They want, oh, they're sex offenders. You can't come to our church. You know, well, then you don't really trust in the Lord if you are like that. But even though I know that it's hard, but if somebody truly has genuinely given their life to Christ and changed, who are you not to give them a chance to reintegrate to society?
Okay. Thanks, Rob.